We start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give you a quick update. First of all, if we refer to our analysis, in my last video when the price was within this move, exactly here, we mentioned this one can be similar to any of this for one more drop, and we mentioned we can expect to get the breakout of the previous low. All right, as we can see, the price broke and drop, and nowhere is start to correct. Okay, now we want to see what's the next. As we can see, the price broke the previous low. If we put in relative to each other based on 1 hour chart, we can look for divergence and as well here. Okay, what we mentioned if we get a reversal, this is what we're looking for. Right now, we want to see whether we can look for a reversal or not. First, we start with higher time frame. Maybe we move to weekly chart. As we can see, based on weekly, we don't have much history, and the only thing is within the week the price drop. We don't have anything to discuss. The only way is we move to daily chart. And what we want to see right now, we want to see whether the price can break the lowest price of this correction or not. Because based on, as I mentioned, this is what I mean. Because as we mentioned, even if we look at the chart, we don't have the much history. The only thing is right now we're looking at 0.67, almost 67 cents. Okay, as we can see, the way the price drop is really sharp because this move was also sharp. This is the reason when the price was at the top, we mentioned we have to get the correction before we get the continuation. Okay, the only thing is we're looking at this level because all if we move to forward chart based on daily chart, we don't have anything else to discuss. If we want to refer to the technical analysis, and if we move to forward chart, it will be more clear. Right now, we're looking at this level. Okay, because as we will see, the price entered the zone within, which is within this for this correction. But we want to see whether the price can break or not, because this is what we don't want it. We don't want the price break 0.67, because if the price break, the next zone which we're looking for is the next correction, which is here, somewhere around 0.29, around 30 cent. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. That's mean I want to see whether the price can break 0.67 or not. Because if we wants to look for reversal, if we wants to look for buy, the best thing is we get the reversal before the price can break 0.67. Even if the price tag and reverse is good, but the breakout and continuation, this is what we are not really looking for. The only thing is what we get here is really sharp. Even based on forward chart, we don't have the really big correction. Okay, but rather than that, we don't have anything else to discuss. Even if we refer to the indicators, we don't have any information. And in this case, we move to 1 hour chart. The only thing is based on 1 hour chart, if we refer to the previous correction, this is what we see. Okay, this is almost the lowest price. That's why we want to see whether since we can see this is the line show the where the price is this 0.85, almost in the within this zone, this correction. Sorry, within this correction. Okay, that's why we want to see whether there is a continuation and the price can break the 0.67, which is the lowest price or not. As we mentioned, we want to get the reversal before the price break this zone. And right now we're looking at this. Okay, one thing the only information we can based on 1 hour chart we can refer to the indicators. We see the divergence, and now we want to get the correction here before we get the reversal. If we get any reversal from here, at least similar to what we get here, this is good for. This is good for the point to show us that the price can reverse. Okay, but right now we don't have anything. The only thing is we get the correction here. Even we don't have any trade set up either for sell or buy. Even if we want to look for sell, we have to see the correction here, at least similar to any of this. Okay, but do we want to look for sell or buy? Right now we cannot, since we don't have any trade setup, we cannot consider. But as we mentioned, if we get the reversal, this is what we're looking for. This is the reason so why we're looking at 0.67. Okay, it doesn't mean if the price break, this one cannot reverse. As I mentioned, the reasons we prefer the price reverse before the price break 0.67. Because if the price breaks 0.67, the possibility of this one drop quite a lot, even drop to 30 cents is there. Okay, Right now, as we mentioned, we don't have any trade set up for any trade, either buy or sell. If we want to look for sell, at least we need to get the correction similar to any of this. But what I want to see is the short sell is a short term. We're looking for the long term, which is the buy. Even we don't have any trade for buy setup. Then how about if we move to 15 minute? We see the correction. All right. Even if we put this moves the lowest, this low relative to any previous one, we see the divergence. All right. That means if you want to look for buy, at least we need to get the reversal before we look for buy. How about if the price sharply reverse from here? The only way is to put our entry above this. Okay, that means if you move to 1 hour chart, having entry above this, which is around 1, all right, around 1 is can be an option. Either I put above here or above this correction. It depends on the level of the traders, the way they can manage it. What I mean by they can manage it, because if you want to have entry either above here at 1.01 or 1.3, in case the price sharply reverse, because as we mentioned, we're looking for the reversal, and if you want to look for the reversal, we need to get either we get a bigger correction here, or to see the sharp move flag, we take the trade. And how about if the price reverse and we didn't give us any reversal within this range at the lowest price before the, because sometimes the price sharply can reverse, then it give us a then it will give us a correction of flag. All right. The reason is if we get any opportunity to buy at the lowest price in terms of the risk and reward. That's why if the price reverse sharply, we can have entry above 1.01 or at 1.3. Okay, this one can be an option, but we need to know having entry above at any of this level is very risky. That's why I give the second level. But how about if the price short reverse tag and drop? All right, because if we want to have entry above the top any of this, either here or above this and above any of the top of any correction, we want to see the reversal with a sharp move. We want the price tag break and continue. If the price tag we see is not moving within the first hour, maximum second hours, we take out the trade. No, it depends. This is the reason why I mentioned it depends on the level of the experience for the traders, whether they want to choose having entry above the 1.01 or 1.3, because simply the price can tag and drop. The reason is we having the correction within this move. Okay, that's why having entry at 1.01 is really risky. Then I will remove it. Maybe we can put at 1.3. Okay, 1.3. All right, but one thing I need to highlight here again about this gap. All right, that's mean the best thing is if we can expect, if there is a reversal, we can expect to get a sharp move flag, we take the trade. This is what we're looking for at least, because mostly when we see this kind of the down move, we can expect the price to correct before we get the reversal. But how about if the price reverse sharply with the flag, we can look for trade, and having entry above 1.3 can be an option in case price drop reverse sharply and it didn't give us any trade setup. Having entry at above here at 1.01, it depends on the traders. For me, I will try to put my entry here and I will monitor it. Why? Because if there is a reversal from here, my stop loss will be below this. In terms of the risk and reward, can give me really good trade setup. And if the price drop, then I'm not in the trade anymore. Okay. And if I see the reversal as a corrective move, we are not going to have entry either above the stop or even above here. That means if the price reverse as a corrective move, we are not going to have an entry either above at 1.3 or at 1.01. Okay. And one thing I need to highlight here, even if anyone wants to get the trade, put the entry above 0.1, maybe they put a bit higher. Maybe they can put a bit higher, may at 1.1. At least we see some gap. The reasons I really, I mean, the reasons I want to, I'm just adjusting these entries because, as I mentioned, it's really risky. The price simply can tag and reverse. That's why the traders who doesn't have the experience, they shouldn't take the entry trade by having entry. All right. That's mean the best thing is they wait for the reversal with the flag, we take the trade. Okay. But for me, I will try to have entry about at around 1.1, and in case the price sharply reverse. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup, and the only thing is right now we see this correction. As we mentioned, we can expect the price drop some more, and any sell will be a short-term sell, but we are more interested to see the reversal, and I will remove this one. This is what I'm going to follow 1.1. And as I mentioned, we don't have any trade setup. We cannot look for buy. We have to see at least get the correction here to make a decision before we look for either sell or buy. And the only thing is I put the entry at 1.1 in case the price sharply reverse. All right. By the way, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or any trade setup, I will share. Thanks.